Do you wanna know how did I get to this BMW? Well, my brother sent me eBay auction 3 months ago with this car, and I was like shocked. How can it be? This car isn't so far away from my place. But I had no idea about condition of this car because the seller didn't give too much infos. Then I wrote him a private message and I hoped he is going to give me some kind of message to see what's the condition of engine and transmission, and that was not so easy. Then I said, no risk, no fun. I placed a bid, I think 3,500 euros at the first place. Pretty quickly we went on 5,000 euros. On the end we came on 10,000 euros and that was my limit. I didn't want to pay any more because I didn't know any condition of the car. And of course I lost this eBay auction. This car was, what should I say? He was sold for 13,050 euros. But 1 week later, seller wrote me private message with question if am I still interested in this car. I said yes, and immediately I asked him for his phone number and for address. I took a trailer and went to his place, and I tried to get this car as cheap as possible, but it was not so easy because he was still considering that it was 13,000 euros. After half an hour of talking, I just got to 10,500 euros and we shake the hands. After a few minutes I have realized that he wasn't the real owner of this car. I just realized that this car was maybe in his workshop for some maintenance jobs and stuff like that, and this car got on fire in his workshop. With help of my brother and father, we had a really hard time to get this car on a trailer because one tire was without air and was broken, and brakes, there was everything not so easy to move. So take a look, a few minutes and enjoy it. The guy who came to me, you will see it right now, he was a neighbor of this workshop and he told me he has something for me. Yeah, and I was very curious about it, and he showed me some stuff and some videos from his car before he got on fire. So then he was working really nice, and this car drove really nice, and he told me this car was technically in really good shape and the sound was really nice, and he sent these videos directly to my phone, and I was really happy about that. And big thanks again, good people are still there. So I just arrived in my garage with a new M5. Bad news are, there is everything dead. The car got completely burned up. You can see here. The good thing is engine didn't get too much damage. Engine is turning and the engine worked. So that's first thing, that's positive. Gearbox is still free, it's still somehow working, I would say, but everything else is absolutely dead, unfortunately. You can see here this aluminum, it just got so hot, and here, this is crazy. This is all original on E34. This side and another side I'll show you. But we have pretty nice wheels, pretty rare wheels with brand new tires. This car had really really bad rust problems. You can see it underneath, right there and there. The exhaust system is still original and it's completely there. This is rare. Where do you have rust? Everywhere. Yeah. Back bumper M is there. I got this one too, and it's in good shape. It's going to be for sale. This is something fake eBay shit. I hate this stuff, and I'm going to do exactly what my friend Stratton does. I'm going to take hammer and I'm going to hammer it to the death. We have here a lot of rust. This car was in really bad condition. And we still have all the plastics underneath. This is also somehow rare and expensive. Headlights are also some eBay fake shit. And the owner told me that the front end of the car wasn't on the fire. And I ask, how is that possible? Are you blind? Don't you see this and this? Anyway, the guy was a little bit strange. I'm going to try to save these ones because I need this one, of course. M Sport seats. If anyone is interested, I'm going to sell it cheaply. Just write me and you will get the best price. Believe me on that. I need to see what parts are still in there. Maybe it's something what I can save for what I can use for another car. Ooh, look at that! There is original rim. How cool is that? Yeah, I'm really happy to see this. I paid 10,500 euros. If someone is interested in M5 chassis, only chassis with papers, it's going to be for sale. That's the way I'm going to pull the engine out and rebuild it, and then it's going to be for sale. Gearbox is also available. It's going to be for sale. I'm going to check it out. I have some friends in my place. They can rebuild it, and then you have pretty new gearbox, almost. So right now we took a front end off and we can see the engine bay a lot better. Engine is pretty dirty from oil, but the good thing is this is the only thing that was on fire, as long as this one. As you can see, front suspension just dropped on my feet. And the reason is because this upper joint from suspension broke down because he got on fire, and this rubber thing isn't holding anymore. And the same thing is on another side. I just got shocked for a little bit, and I thought first thing the engine dropped, or I don't know, the chassis broke. But it's just this, and we will keep going on. This is pretty much rust-free E34. What do you think? It looks really nice. I did that with a jack. I wanted to change the rims and I pushed it all the way up. And the piece is out. It took a little bit time to get it out because these stupid points, they have rust every time on every E34 and E32, and that's the reason why you should use force. There is no other way to get it out. Right now I'm going to pull the intake manifold up and to check that there is no dirt and stuff like that in intake ports. We will check cylinders and pistons and combustion chamber and do the compression test to realize engine condition. And then we're going to take it apart and start to rebuild it. So we cleaned up the engine yesterday, and we can see right now how it looks like. And now the engine looks clean, and I just wanted to make sure that everything is clean and not to get dirt inside, because there was something already inside. Next thing we are going to do is to check the engine combustion chamber with a camera right there, and to see before we make a compression test, how does it look from inside. We already took the exhaust manifold, and there is still one screw, I think, over there we need to lose, and then we can take it off. We need engine oil cooling radiator to check the compression test, because there is going to be oil everywhere if that's not mounted. And that's it. The starter motor is already there, and we'll see. Over here we can see only the piston, because it's on the top. Second cylinder. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know I have some shitty camera. So we can see that the cylinder wall is clean, and we can still see some shaving marks. This is a really good sign. This looks already pretty good. As you can see, engine is turning. We will try to get some oil inside. We also have some oil pressure. This is really nice. Engine sounds pretty healthy. And that's all what we wanted to hear and to see. I am really happy about that. I am. Because we bought this burned up chassis with engine and transmission in really bad shape, and I didn't know in what condition engine was, and now I know that the engine is pretty much good condition. I still don't know if engine has oil consumption or whatsoever, but anyway, this engine is in good shape. So that's it for now, for this episode. In the next episode we will disassemble engine, and we will check the inside of the engine and take the head off, take the crankshaft off, and to prove and to check really the true condition of the engine. Over here are bumpers, front and rear, and front one need to be repaired, and after that he is going to be for sale. Back there are all the parts we just pulled out, and all these parts are going to be cleaned up and checked, and then we will put it on a sale. That's it for this episode. Stay tuned.